Hello everyone, welcome to Max 9, tutorial number 36. Jitter effects. Audio becomes video. How exciting. Well, since we're going to change some audio to video today, I guess we need to start off with a little bit of audio. So let's go over here and get some audio files of our choosing. Jongly is good. It's a drum loop, and so it'll have a high dynamics, and that might be good for showing off some video, right? Why not? We'll want to listen to it, of course, and that will mean we're going to put a new object down here, and the object we're going to get is an easy DAC. There it is. Hello, easy DAC. And gain. Let's go ahead and get a live gain, just so we learn to use the various ones, right? Live gain is obviously used in live, so there we go. Oops. And that's what it looks like. I just do this so that we get used to the different inputs and outputs. So here's the channel 1 output to the channel 1 input, and the channel 2 output to the channel 2 input. So far so good. Channel 1 output to the channel 2 input, and surprise, surprise, it's not over here, it's over here. There it is. The channel 2 out to there. And so now let's test our whole theory here and lock our patcher. We'll push the loop button because we have nothing but time to listen to loops here, and go. Ooh, wow. There we go. Just turn. Oh, look, I can turn this down. There we go. I can turn my computer back up just in case we want to hear it. But we can turn this down, which is always nice to do. So there it is, kind of in the background. Let's turn it down a little bit more. It's so easy to distract me. So now we need something to turn audio into a matrix. And we have an object for that, and it is called jit, which means you can just type a J. Whoops, you can unlock your patcher, and then you can type a J. And then, once you get the little jit object up there, you just type catch. And you see it there. So, jit.catch. And it will not be enough that it is just jit.catch, but we will have to get an attribute object here. Oops, I could have just typed an A. But I'm going to go the whole 9 yards here and type a truey. That's it, just means attribute. And connect that to jit.catch, because jit.catch does so many things, so many different ways that we need to understand what it's doing. So now that we've done this, we're going to lock our patcher, delve in here, and we're going to say, what is the capture mode? Well, we are going to use, and again, I'm just going to cut through this because we don't have hours. We are going today use capture mode 3. Okay? What's capture mode 3? None of your business. It's just one of the modes that it uses to catch sound waves. All right. And in the interest of, though, actually learning things, we can also say, since that said capture mode, we can also just use the attribute argument, if you will, inside this, and you can actually just say capture mode, and then you can say 3. And oh, no, you can't say that, because look, the word is mode, even though we know it's capture mode. Sorry. Sometimes you have to, there we go. mode 3, and it's highlight, which is a good clue that you've done it correctly. At mode and an integer, that what they're just trying to say is put a space and then an integer, which we did. So this is now at mode 3. This attribute can overrule it, and maybe we'll play with this later. So we'll just leave this attribute here, but there it is, at mode 3, great. We can hook the sound to it, which is all well and good. And we can put a jit p window under it, type letter J, type P until you get a P window, and there it is. I know I repeat myself a lot, but I always hold the shift key down so that it stays in scale. Why? I like it in scale? I don't know. There you go. So, of course, it is not doing anything because we have to tell jit.catch to output something, which we would normally do in this class with a metro object. But today, we're going to type the letter N and type Q metro and the number 40. And now I will explain why. A regular metro is a very polite metro, and it sits around waiting for a chance to do what it's supposed to do. A Q metro is not as polite. So if you're using it in a situation where you're dealing with tons of data that has to be delivered at a certain speed, which just about always means video. So when you're using jitter, probably you're going to want to use Q metro because it will not wait in line. It's not like, oh, after you, ma'am. Oh, no, you too, that person who holds the door and can't seem to escape. No, the Q metro opens the door, walks through the door, just like that. That's what it does. So if you push the shift key now and type letter T, you get a toggle automatically connected to it. Great. And if we then lock our patcher and push that, hopefully, yes, we get it. There it is. So this, what is jit.catch busy doing? It's taking the incoming sound wave and turning it into a pixel from top to bottom. It's making the same one. So you're saying, well, this is a line, and yes, it could be a line, but it is also is sort of a one-dimensional interpretation of the sound at that given point where it goes across the screen. Let's leave that for a moment. And so that's what it's doing. This is a quick look at the sound signal going across the screen. It's not the only way to do it. This is just one way to do it. Okay. Now, if we want to do something with this video, and this is fine in so many ways, but it might make a lot of sense to mix it with another video as a way of getting an effect. So let's go ahead and get a video out of here and drag it over there. Crash test again? Sure, why not? It's nice and gray. We'll just use it. So here's crash test. Oh, hello. Unlock your patcher. Go get a video. Go get crash test or whatever you want. Doesn't matter. And then you put crash test there. You make a little, whoops, a little bigger so we can look at it running. And then we'll give it its own P window so we can see what the two of them are doing. I option click on things and make another video, and I guess we'll put it up here out of the way. Lock our patcher, push loop. Now we turn the volume down on our computer. Forgot about that. So the nice thing is that we can still turn jongly up and hear it in comparison. But, so now we have the two of them. We could actually use the sound output from this, but there is no sound output from a movie file thing. It just uses your system's audio to play. So we'd have to go a whole different way. So for the moment, let's just worry about combining this video and this video. And I would like to do that in a particular way with the jit op object. So I'm going to unlock my patcher, type letter J, type letter O, and we've got our jit op. And I'm not going to do anything to it because I'm going to go get the multi-channel way of dealing with it in the help file. I'll show you. Just 1 minute. So up here you have tabs, basic, operators, and using multiple operators. We want to use the multiple operators, and it's just so boring to have to make this yourself that I steal it every time I use it. So steal these objects right here in the middle, highlight them by dragging over them, copy them, and close your help file. If it asks you to save, you know, don't save. Now, we're keeping this jit op because it didn't have anything changed in it, and then we'll go ahead and paste those operator controls in there. So what do these operators do? I know most of you suffered through one of my tutorials recently, but here, we'll move this whole thing up here so we get, whoops, one got lost. Okay. So, this jit op is now having all four channels, all four planes of the matrix, if you will, are individually adjustable. And our belief is that it's alpha, red, green, blue, unless I forgot the last time that I did this, and then it would be red, green, blue, alpha. But I believe it's alpha, red, green, blue. We'll discover shortly. But that's the idea, and that's why I stole this from the help file, because it's so useful. Okay, so now we have video coming out of here, and that's going to go in one of our jit op inlets, and we have video coming out from crash test, and that's going to go in the other. Okay, and then we get another P window, and we put it down here. We push scale, we push shift, and we scale it up so we can look at it closely and look at just how beautifully this is going to work. Now, it is working perfectly right now because this is saying pass, pass, pass. We'll lock our patcher and we'll change that. So if we try to do something with it, like multiply, supposedly it should take this image and change this image. I'm going to do it, and I'll admit that I know what's going on here. It's not working. Hey, let's try something where we could go through and do it to all of them. And lo and behold, it stays exactly the same. Okay. Let's go through here and find something that reverses them, like an exclamation point, or exclamation point pass is the perfect one. That's really just saying, look, exclamation point means reverse the inlets, and then pass means pass. So now we do it. Oh, the whole thing's white. Let's do that a couple times here. And we are left to wonder why that is. Now, there is an artifact that's not showing up here that's sort of surprising me, but I will tell you what the reason is. And that is that this is a 1 pixel by, let's say, 480 pixel matrix. We've stretched it out to look this big, but it's not. And so supposedly, one of these that usually at the very, very bottom edge, maybe I should not have scaled this so carefully. it usually shows up. You can just barely see it because it's only 1 pixel. It's usually at the top or the bottom. Anyway, that's what's really going on here. And to change that, we need to reformat this into a a dimensional matrix. In other words, a matrix that's something more like 480 by 240 or whatever that would normally be 320 by 240. I'm trying to remember what 480 is. We'll figure it out momentarily. But I need an object to send this into to make that size. So that's what we're going to do right now. So what we need here is to make a JIT matrix. And what better to make a JIT matrix than typing the letter J. Oh, unlock your patcher and type J. And then matrix. And now it gets tricky, and you have to start thinking about all the things you've learned about a JIT matrix. One thing is that it usually has to have a name. So I'm going to, or it'll be default, but I'm just going to name it Catchy, because it's funny. Then, once we put a space after that, we say, how many planes do we want? We want all 4 planes, the alpha, the red, the green, the blue. Alpha, red, green, blue. That's 4, yes. And then, you may recall that you need to decide on how much memory you're going to use, and we often use the CHAR version of JIT matrix, but for this one we're going to want to use a little bit more memory, so we're going to type in float 32, which means a number between 0 and 1, I believe, that can be up to 32 digits. I know. Wacky, right? And then the last thing, which is, I never did remember to look. Let's just go with one that I know, 320 by 240. So we've now forced this matrix to be 320 by 240. Okay? So whatever we send into it from jit.catch will now be a full matrix 320 by 240. Okay? So let's go ahead and connect that up to the matrix. And then, oops, let's move this to the bottom. I should have just deleted this. You can't have too many of these things. Too many patch cords. Becomes dangerous, right? So there we go. And suddenly, weirdly, we have this coming in because the matrix that's inside the JIT op now is 320 by 240. We were confused. We were like, hey, we're putting pass through here, but we aren't seeing this video before, because what we would have been seeing is only 1 pixel tall version of this video. Now we can see it in 320 by 240. And now we can do the thing that we're really looking to do, which is start playing with these effects and say, hey, I want to multiply the first 2 together. And we're like, oh, okay. And then I want to, whatever, divide them here. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. So I guess, yeah. So it's alpha, red, green, blue. So now we're dividing the red that's in this one to get the red that's in this one. Excuse me. We're dividing the red that's in this one by this one to get this one. There we go. I knew I could figure it out. And what'll we do here? We'll just add them together and say, ooh, wow, okay, that's big. And then maybe blue can do something like absolute difference. See if that blows it out too much. Well, it's exciting. How about like something that's a little more subtle, like averaging or something? Average that. Oh, there we go. What if we average these 2, the alpha? Yeah, so you can see you can get a whole bunch of visual effects now as you take your audio, you take your audio, turn it into video, and use that to actually affect another video. I mean, we've already made audio to video here. We just took an extra step to show off here. But now you've done it. So there you go. This is a way to have audio become video and become a video source to affect another video. So I hope that fulfills your every sort of alchemical desire with audio becoming video. And with that, I pat you on the back for doing such a great job and wish you good patching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.